Hello, everybody. Happy New Year, and may 2020 shine brightly for all of you. And I am talking about the planets for January 2020. And lots of things are happening, and strengths of planets are coming into their own. So, how does this affect you? Hello, I'm Komilla Sutton, and we are looking at January 2020. It's very crucial in setting the scene for 2020. And as I said in my overview of 2020, that I feel this is a much easier, better year. And we will all experience uplifting energy this year. But every month I'm doing the monthly newsletters and I'm doing the monthly planet. So you can read the newsletters on my website. You can listen to the planets on YouTube that I do regularly. And then I'm also looking at each of the transits plus teaching. So a packed program for all of you for 2020. And so do remember to subscribe and press the bell notification. And so what are the main features for January? Firstly, Saturn is going to change signs. That's a big one because Saturn stays in a sign for 2.5 years. And Saturn is finally going to be away from Ketu, and it is in dignity in Capricorn. So that is a very solid move. It is 23rd, 24th. I was looking at the planets just now. So depending on where you are in the world, 23rd, 24th, 25th even. So around that time, you see the shift of Saturn into Capricorn. And then that means that many things will change. If you've got Moon in Capricorn, then you're in intense Sarasati. But Saturn is very hardworking, responsible sign, and he will encourage you to be strong. I'll make a separate video about Saturn, so you can listen to that separately. And then there are two Ketu conjunctions. Ketu is going to conjoin with Mercury as we start the new year. And then Ketu is conjoined with Jupiter, but then Ketu Jupiter change nakshatras. Jupiter will move into Purva Ashada and Ketu will move into Mula. And both these separate videos coming for them. But generally, Jupiter is going to be strong in Sagittarius, own sign, and in dignity. And after its Ketu conjunction, which is on 6th of January, it moves towards away from Ketu, so it moves towards its dignity, and that is a very positive. Lunar eclipse on 10th of January. This is an intense lunar eclipse. There are 5 planets opposite to where the eclipse is taking place. The lunar eclipse is in Gemini, and opposite it in Sagittarius, there's still 5 out of the 6 planets are still there. So it is quite intense, and especially in relationships and in other people's energy that this eclipse is taking from us. But I feel that lunar eclipses always are instant results. So it's not that you have to wait for their results, but some events will happen. They expose situations, they bring information to light. So, and during that time, there's a Sun-Saturn conjunction. So it's not steady, easy energy. So be prepared for it. But as I said, it will last that day. It's visible almost all over the world, except for in North America. USA and South America. It starts at 5 p.m. UTC Universal Time. It is at its maximum at around 7 UTC, and then it will, in about 2 hours, it will fade away. But because it is all through Europe, all over, so these are changing times for the world. You know, this is important for us to recognize. But the major changes that have happened have already happened. That means we are aware of these things. But obviously, the lunar eclipse can bring some energy. I'll be making a separate eclipse video as well for the lunar eclipse, so you can know how it affects you directly. So when we are looking at the effects, you should look at from your ascendant and from your moon sign. So if both are positive, that means you're getting a very good month. If one is positive, not the other, then, it's middling. And then if both are negative, then you experience negative energies. But this month is overall has a much better flavor, January 2020. So you'll overall feel a lot more optimistic and positive. Aries, whether you're moon lord or lagna lord, it is in the 8th house of transformation. So it can give some unsettled energy, and some of your actions or your thinking may lead to unexpected changes. Although it is in dignity, own sign, it's quite strong. You are also going to have Jupiter in your 9th house. So good luck is on now for you. And Saturn moves into your 10th house professionally. So overall, I feel this is quite a good month for you. Taurus, through this month, Venus is going to be Capricorn and then Aquarius, so moving towards exaltation, 9th and 10th house, it is good. Still, there is the last bit of Saturn in your 8th house, so just watch for that. The eclipse is in your 2nd house, so some financial issue can come up at this time, so be careful with your savings. And but you are Venus being out of the eclipse in a trajectory to move into a more stronger position. This is will be easier to manage and hold on to. Gemini, you are having the lunar eclipse in your ascendant, and Mercury has a conjunction with Ketu. Mercury is part of the eclipse in Sagittarius. So it is not the easiest energy. I made a video about Mercury, and so do watch that as well. But this is an unsettled time for you. So it's important that you keep your balance, you do things slowly, don't make any major decisions for yourself. And then after the eclipse, Mercury also moves out of Sagittarius, but it goes into Capricorn, which is your 8th house, again, unsettled energy. And so as yet, you don't know where you want to go, what you want to do. And if you are being indecisive, it's best to not make any decisions just now. Cancer, eclipses in your 12th house. You are involved always. Lunar eclipse, your ascendant ruler or moon ruler will be involved in the eclipse. So watch out. I would say very important regarding expenses around the 10th, that you're keeping control over the expenses. And a lot of planets in your 6th house, they continue to be in the 6th house of obstacles and health-related issues. So be conscious of that as well. I would say it's really important that, don't spend money or don't do any wasteful expense of money. I would say that is important. And Saturn goes into your 7th house and will be aspecting your ascendant. That can make you make some changes as well. Leo, eclipses in your 11th house, the lunar eclipse, that means that there's going to be energy around and change around your earnings, and maybe something that has been secretive so far can be revealed, and so it is better to be upfront and clear about what you're doing. There's a Sun-Saturn conjunction, the eclipse is happening, your ascendant ruler is not in its best position till 14th, 15th of January. So watch out for that. I made a separate video about the sun and the difficulty it's experiencing in Sagittarius. So do watch that. But then it goes into Capricorn, which is your 6th house. So 6th house is focusing on health and healing and humility, and do some service to other people during this time. Jupiter will be stronger as we go towards the end of the month. It will be aspecting your ascendant. So it protects you in many ways, but not till the first half of the month. Virgo, again, Mercury is part of the eclipse. The eclipse is in Gemini, the lunar eclipse. It is your 10th house of career. There can be some sudden aspect of career that happens. See, the lunar eclipse doesn't take very long. And so whatever it's going to do, it reveals in 1 or 2 days. And the 4th house is home, where you have 5 planets. So you feel very unsettled. Maybe it's okay to travel, do something, but not on 10th when the eclipse is taking place. It's good to stay at home and just be busy doing things, or just try to stay calm on that day. Mercury, your ruling planet, also is in quite a lot of difficulty this month. So when Mercury moves out of Sagittarius, you'll heave a sigh of relief. It goes into your 5th house. So the later part of the month is much easier for you. As far as Libra is concerned, Venus is out of the eclipse. Venus has already done its issues. Capricorn is good placement for you. Aquarius is good placement for you. So this month is overall a good month for you. You're more of a spectator, watching different things. When Saturn comes into Capricorn, it is creating a Mahapurusha yoga for you. It's a solid transit. Saturn is one of your best planets, so you can organize yourself, you can balance yourself. So I feel that overall this month is good. You just need to watch out for the eclipse on 10th and 1 or 2 days before that. Scorpio, great month for you, because all month Mars is in Scorpio. You have the Ruchaka Mahapurusha yoga by transit, and you are in control. When your ascendant lord is strong, you're in control. However, if your moon is in Scorpio, while this is a strong transit for you, you do have to watch out that you don't get short-tempered or angry or irritable, because Mars is power and it is fire. So it's easy to express the fire. So be aware of that. And, while you want to express your energy, you don't want to unnecessarily get angry. But I would say that overall, this is a very good month for you. Still watch the eclipses, because everybody is dealing with the eclipse. In Gemini, the eclipse is in your 8th house. So 8th house is unsettled, uncertain. So, and then you have 5 planets in your 2nd house of money. So just keep an eye out on, I would say, partnership, financial issues can be highlighted, and there can be some problem with that. So just be careful around the eclipse time. Sagittarius, you are almost at the end of your Saturn transit. So you are maybe thinking things are lightening up a bit. unless you have, ascendant or moon at the last degrees of Sagittarius. But Jupiter has a Ketu conjunction on 6th of January. That is what you need to watch out for. Jupiter's coming out of combustion, so you are feeling more energized, with more verve and ability to do things. And then Saturn will finally leave on 24th, and so that is much easier for you as well. So it is positive. I would say just to pass this month, that is important. The eclipse is in the house of relationships for you. So it can create a turmoil in relationships or some unexpected event that you have to deal with. So react wisely. Take your time about making any decisions. A lot of people are giving you information, advising you. You should listen to your own inner voice. And if in doubt, step back and take time to deal with it. Capricorn, Saturn is going to come into Capricorn on 24th, but for the early part of the month, it's in your 12th house. And there are 5 planets now in the 12th house. So you have to watch your expenses, you have to watch your effort, and, you may not be getting rewarded for it. And it is okay when Saturn comes into Capricorn. Now, if you're Capricorn moon, then Saturn will be the intense part of Sarasati. I made a video about Sarasati. You can look at that as well. And I'll put a link here. But it is important to recognize that, if Saturn is going over your moon, then your choices are a bit restricted. And planning for it without getting afraid that Sarasati is on is much better. And thinking about every choice you make, and that will help you a lot. Whereas if you're Capricorn ascendant, then Saturn in the ascendant will bring the Mahapurusha Yoga. It's very strong, positive. However, it can bring some change in career or change in life direction, because as Saturn crosses the ascendant, it is also aspecting your 10th house. Aquarius, the eclipse is in the 5th house of creativity, creative ideas. You have 5 planets now in your 11th house for most of the month. 11th house is good. It's not negative for you. I think the thing you have to watch out is when Saturn moves into Capricorn. Then that is your 12th house, and therefore there are some different rules now. It's good to do something for a non-profit environment, giving back to society. So during the early part of the month, you plan what you're going to do as Saturn transits your 12th house. Also, if you're Aquarius moon, then Saturn going into Capricorn is the start of your Sarasati. Do watch my Sarasati video, and also don't be afraid of Sarasati, but plan whatever you can plan, and be very careful and conscious of the choices you make. Pisces, Jupiter after 6th of January will be in its full dignity, a very positive time for you. 6th of January is Jupiter Ketu conjunction, so do watch for that. That can be a bit unsettling, and Ketu can bring some unexpected expenses as well. So be aware of that. So that is it. Again, wishing you all a happy new year. And, we look forward to 2020 with a lot of joy and optimism, I think. And I hope to serve you and give you a lot of astrology, Vedic astrology information. Thank you.